Yeah, I'm getting paid. Yeah, I'm still the same. Yeah, I got it made. Yeah.
Bitch, I'm back and you mad about it. Oh, I heard you wanted my place, hope it ain't bad timing. Don't give a fuck, I'm coming through cause I need mad diamonds.
I done got act so strong you can't put it in the styrofoam. Hey, I gotta find the phone. My nigga on house arrest, he selling weed, he had to buy a drone.
I'm trying to best that I can. She ready to become the man. Most people hate me, I understand. No time to lose, I'm a last boost to sing. I stay home like a motherfucking boss. Nigga feeling dead, yeah, nigga feeling lost. When they come to meds, then I'm on the fucking floor. In my wonderland, looking like a fucking ghost, man.
Slipping to that bitch and dead side best. Now we talking out your neck, going straight down. Yes, now you talking all that good shit is bullshit. Headshot, you flat line on the black.
Energy made this one.
Hey,
Backwoods Studios.
hey. Alright. Yeah. Let's run this shit, cuz. I'm too smooth, I can serve some water to a well. This shit is too loud, how the fuck you niggas hear the smell? I'm going off soon as a nigga hear a bell. Had the blick on me and you couldn't even tell. Had that bitch on me when I went and got the mail. Cause with the catch a sale, he called me, said that he forgot the scale. That boy said fuck it cause he couldn't take a L. I bought that shit, that nigga couldn't even tell. Brody came home, that nigga said he was on bail. They paid his bond cause he was sitting in that, hold on. They paid his bond cause he was sitting in that cell. He went to court and beat that shit and niggas couldn't even tell. With this music shit, nigga, I will never fail. Bitch, every time I drop, you know this shit is going off the rails. Always do shit by yourself, cause niggas liable to tell. That nigga snitch went to the hood and niggas couldn't even tell. Shit, if I'm lying, God's sending me to hell. Cause you'll never see these niggas off in jail. You got some money, snitches searching for the trail. The job flick you out and dump, you niggas couldn't even tell. Yeah. Niggas out here looking crazy, man. Get your motherfucking paper up, nigga. You know, I'm too smooth, I can serve some water to a well. This shit is too loud, how the fuck you niggas hear the smell? I'm going off soon as a nigga hear a bell. Had the blick on me and you couldn't even tell.
Mars. Bitch, I'm back and you mad about it. Oh, I heard you wanted my place, hope it ain't bad timing. Don't give a fuck, I'm coming through cause I need mad diamonds. So I ain't playing by my moolah, I need mad commas. And if you go talking on my name, then I feel bad about you. I gotta get rich cause my little bitch, she wants some red bottoms. And you can't take this life from me, no, I go dead body. I need to show 'em who the real is, bitch, I'm dead poppin'. When I get that money, I'ma let my chain swing. Cause all I know is pain, yeah, I've been going through them days. You told me that you love me, bitch, you lied straight to my face. I swear when they all change, I was finna go and catch that case. But I can't go out like that, so I just sit in my hat. I walked away, cut them off and just said fuck it to the past. I smoke cookie and relax, you cannot handle this pack. My shawty know I love her and I know she got my back. Now I'ma be real, let's not play by who the king. Been thinking about still how I'm gon' keep it on me. If he run up on me, fuck, and he bleed, I'm praying to the Lord, can you see the good in me? And I ain't got no time for all that fake shit. Niggas lied to me for years with all that snake shit. I felt the pain of hell and back, could barely take it. Unless it's money, get the fuck up on my face, bitch. Bitch, I'm back and you mad about it. Oh, I heard you wanted my place, hope it ain't bad timing. Don't give a fuck, I'm coming through cause I need mad diamonds. So I ain't playing by my moolah, I need mad commas. And if you go talking on my name, then I feel bad about you. I gotta get rich cause my little bitch, she wants some red bottoms. And you can't take this life from me, no, I go dead body. I need to show 'em who the real is, bitch, I'm dead poppin'. I'm flowing and I'm feeling like a rock star kid. Been flowing so long, they call me a rock star jit. I go ape on these verses, yeah, I'm too hot, I'm lit. Tell these bitches mind they business, don't worry who I'm with, yeah. Yeah, I drop my whip fast, get myself whiplash. That gun go click, clack, it got a big blast. I hit up King Diamond, he keep a big bag. I hit up Ricky Dicky, and he'll beat your ass. You think about hundreds and fifties, cause I ain't had shit with me. Ain't had no food to eat, nigga, but now I keep some with me. I know she in love with me, I ask she give me kitty. She get the licking, we smoke my fingers sticking, yeah. Yeah, they come to me for that real shit, yeah. If it wasn't for Lord, I wouldn't be shit, yeah. Yeah, they come to me for that real shit, yeah. If it wasn't for Lord, I wouldn't be shit, yeah.
my mind over this bullshit. Wondering if I can do this, but I can't. Even living in the world of negativity, the whole planet could try, but never be getting rid of me. You kidding me? No, why spit's the real? See, I'm all around dope, I reinvent the wheel. Time and time again, while all the time I spend, I'm drawing pens, and I'm running out of pencils in this bitch. With the lyrics I spit, there's something I never get. While other people asleep, while I'm rhyming legit. See, I'm spitting the realest positivity hits. The trap beats that I kill, but they loving the shit. But it's about damn time that I give it to the hip hop. Body and bars got competition on the zip line. Here's my hypothesis by every single hit drop. People hate greatness, but never the hits. I'm trying to best that I can achieve greatness and become the man. Most people hate me and I understand. No time to waste. I'm last loose and saying gotta stay on running straight from the plan. And still I'm out in the space where I stand. In the piece of when I find that cake, I did land misunderstood. Musician, a mission to get grants, man. And I'm never letting up in this bitch. See, I've been down, only places up in this bitch. By any means necessary, turn it up for a bit. Cause when I spit, multi-lava will erupt from your kid. Witness this legendary singing rapper in this. And showing up, flow too raw, you all know who raw and flaws. Know I do all my car, yo, I flew off regardless who you are. I rock, baby, booyah. And that's real. Never gave two fucks how you feel. I'm making music for me and my people, so stay chill. The deal into irrelevant till I got skill. I feel like all the ones who don't see me, they soon will. Because we're international, baby, and soon deals will be a thing of normality. Talking up 6 mil to kill. Time is impossible, type of flow sit still. Bitch, I'm trying to best that I can achieve greatness and become the man. Most people hate me and I understand. No time to waste. I'm last loose and saying gotta stay on running straight from the plan. And still I'm out in the space where I stand. In the piece of when I find that cake, I did land misunderstood. Musician, a mission to get grants, man. I'm trying to best that I can achieve greatness and become the man. Most people hate me and I understand. No time to waste. I'm last loose and saying gotta stay on running straight from the plan. And still I'm out in the space where I stand. In the piece of when I find that cake, I did land misunderstood. Musician, a mission to get grants, man.
rush on by, we'll sing the summer
color rush on by, we'll sing the songbird tunes and I will make a purpose of my own. And you'll like it, yeah, you'll like it. We'll watch the color rush on by, we'll sing the songbird tunes and I will make a purpose of my own. And you'll like it, yeah, you'll like it.
The Killers. When I get up on the track, I understand why they be hating me. I flame MCs. As soon as I'm done spitting, they have the stage to beat. Even with salt circles, there's no way you can contain this beast. I take your every ounce of pride and shove it where your anus be, bitch. I'm the thing that goes pumping the knife, face in the heart of the life. Yo, just run for your life. Tongue is razor sharp, son. You want a knife, a crucifix, a fucking silver bullet. I want it tonight. I sold my soul to the yard. Linguistically, I'm a rude guy who's too high to not laugh in your face when you rhyme. Champion, yeah, quite a few times. I chew through lives, especially when the full moon rises. Look, the fucking flow is bonkers and you ain't shit. I got the nurse's finger drumming here up on your rape kit. They tried to put your ego back together, but the tape rips, and you better watch your mouth, cause there ain't no telling what say is.
I'm fucking brain dead now. Fuck you want from me. Been busting rhymes since 99, but y'all wasn't bumping me. And I haven't started to go fund me. I'm taking this publicly, but I'ma need at least a couple G's like once a fucking week. Pathetic. Never been a sorry motherfucker, so I'm unapologetic. Guess I'm out for your headache. Check the bottles, call them medic. Suicide, you should've did it. So I can laugh and talk shit anonymous up on my Reddit. Is it too late to state that I was just kidding? Or do I gotta address the state? Kamala H, my little fuck kitten. Little dumb bitch sit on my fucking lips so I can mumble that whole peach. Sister stuttering, busting that Joe speech. I got a nosebleed, vendetta for the police. Know me, I'm an OG, cracked the 40 on the dome piece. While you murmur about burners, we know you got no heat and cold feet. Tagged in a bag, the note reads, go to sleep. Little bitch, go to sleep.
Six-digit boy, Alchemy, Dep Dog, Killer Cutter, Lil Bobby, but you might know me as Daddy's D-Boy. It's Lil Bobby, dog. I got this motherfucker hopping on. They hating on me, better knock it on. I'm still the same as Lil Bobby, dog. Daddy's D-Boy, Lil Bobby Boucher. I'm that water boy. I think you oughta watch your mouth about that Bobby boy. I'll probably rob you, Robert Roddy, like I'm Roddy boy. I'll pop up with that top up, then I click clack, that's that shotty boy. And that's word to them, I Bob Schmurder them. They want beef, good grief, I Bob's burger them. I Bob Pope, they won't let Bob burden them. Nobody Bob's burner, Bob Boulay, I know you heard of him. I got this motherfucker hopping on. They hating on me, better knock it on. I'm still the same as Lil Bobby, dog. Daddy's D-Boy, Lil Bobby, dog. I got this motherfucker hopping on. They hating on me, better knock it on. I'm still the same as Lil Bobby, dog. Daddy's D-Boy forever. It's Bobby, baby, Bobby,
get a Newton, acting lewd and eat that pussy like it's food. Bitches want that shish kebab, they need to holler if they do. But if your bitch is trying to fuck me, then I'm probably gon' do it. I run the town and hump around like I'm Bobby Brown. She bobbing, knobbing, popping crown, and I'm probably down. She in the lost and found and getting tossed around. I'm Bob McDonald, I Big Mac and bring that sauce around. Daddy's D-boy still alive. I got this motherfucker high. They hating on me, better knock it off. I'm still the same, better vibe. Daddy's D-boy still alive.
Well, I guess we're going back to the Halloween edition of the Cody Live podcast, according to my intro. It's the only one I had loaded up. As we say goodbye. Hey, fuck off. Get back in your cage. As we go back to God damn it, Jake, you got me all fucking sidetracked now, you dick. No, this is our last stream on StreamYard. This is the Cody Live podcast finale. We're rebranding for the Vibe Radio. And I'll have more for you guys on that soon during the show. Tonight we got some questions for the panel. We got 4 music video reviews. We're going to give our 1 through 10s, pros and cons. Keep it real with people. I'm going to give a final sign off tonight for the Cody Live name as far as a podcast. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in every week. This is something that has drastically changed not only my life, but the regulars also. It's something we've looked forward to, and we look forward to doing more and getting a little more in depth with the radio stuff. So without further ado, Jake, you can bring yourself in now.
Oh, I don't need another Lamborghini. It's fine. Just tell them to. I don't want to talk to the salesman. Never mind. Just take care of it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry, Kingsley over here is fucking best butler ever. He fucking sucks.
Get out of here.
This dude, he's been with me for about 5 seconds. I made him up like 10 seconds ago. He started working about 5 seconds ago. He's doing really well. Yeah. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you. Like Cody said, thank you so much for watching this and the Biscuits and Gravy cast. Everybody, it's been amazing. This has really opened up my life in certain ways. And now we're moving to the radio show, and it's going to be even better.
Fun time. We already have some of that shit planned. We just ran a test yesterday for Biscuits and Gravy, and it was awesome.
Yeah, we're going to get some episodes recorded too, probably. I mean, JK, that shit's live. What are you talking about?
Yep, radio, winking. We got another host. Jake will be on the Biscuits and Gravy podcast coming up, and he's also hosting The Blast, which is a metal show, which will happen on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. So tune into that. Be sure to tune into that. We have another host. If you want to give a little introduction to your show, Mr. Chancellor.
What up, though? I'm going to be hosting the Space Program. It's a weekly deep dive into underappreciated, rare, and underground music from across all sonic soundscapes. It's going to be freaking amazing, and I hope y'all can make time on Saturdays to check this shit out, because, yeah, it's my baby.
Oh, got a baby.
Fuck yeah.
Got Mr. Kadu in the building. He also has a show coming to the Vibe. If you want to give a little intro.
Yes, sir. We're going to have the Breakfast Breakthrough with Voodoo Kadu. It's going to be my DJ name. It's also my fucking gamer tag on Xbox, and going to be all my new social media handles. Going to be a general mix of 90s and 2000s hits. Cover all genres at times, but mostly pop, rap, rock, the usual 90s, 2000s music. And random facts to get your mind off the workday and the stress of the workplace.
Amen to that. I need that a lot. I am so sick of a 9 to 5, let me tell you. Next up in the lobby, we got Saint from the motherfucking Bio Killers.
What up? What up? What up?
Give a little intro.
Hi, I'm Saint, and I do the rippity raps with my partner in rhyme, Klep, and we are collectively known as the Bio Killers. Killers, not killers. But I digress. Yeah, I make the musics, I do the things, I sing the songs. I have a good time.
Good time, good time. Last but not least, we have a Saturday night host who's gonna pump up the party. DJ Kate in the building. How we doing this Friday night?
Good. You guys both like on my laptop, and I'm doing great, by the way. And so
you're good. You're good. Give a little intro to your show on the Vibe.
All right, so it's gonna be Halcyon Radio, 7 to 9. I've actually done it for probably about 7 years in total with the year-long break that I've had. Liquid drum and bass. I may or may not be bringing my Scene Orlando like roots back with the show and bring in some like house and breaks and garage music, UK garage, because Scene Orlando was like all about, you know, all genres of music, all the DJs in Orlando, all the promoters in Orlando. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So
bring it all, yo. Bring it all.
Yes.
I'm with it. So if you're not familiar with the show, I know, Kate, you're new to the show. What we do, we have a panel discussion about topics going on in the independent music industry and some stuff you can educate others on, maybe new artists coming up, or give your opinion on stuff. There's no wrong opinion here.
Okay.
Basically, whatever your opinion is, express that. And yeah, and then we're going to rate some videos from some local artists who have submitted this week. We got some from Ohio, some Indiana in there, and in Illinois. So we actually got a pretty wide spectrum of artists who submitted. We'll start out with the panel questions, though, and I want to start out with a hot topic. I don't know if you guys have saw it on Facebook. I have. I know Chancellor has. There is a 67 artist showcase in Toledo tonight.
What?
You guys have a good
Bullshit.
He's out. Bye. I see ya.
Jesus Christ.
I'd still rather be here.
Oh.
1 second. My son is whispering through the door right now. What? Michigan just scored again. I got my score tracker over here.
Yeah, take that damn jersey off. We shouldn't be doing this during the game.
Oh, it's all right. It's on my phone right now. But yeah,
some of us have to use our phones.
That's true. Frankie brought it up in his status earlier this week. I'm not sure where he's at tonight. He's always bugging about it, but he's not here. Frankie brought it up that it was a 62 artist showcase, and that was on Thursday. And today I read that it was 67. So they added 5 to the showcase tonight. Jake, what's your opinion on a 67 artist showcase?
So save that shit for MTV whenever it gets back to its regular programming. 67 artists. Like, if you are doing like a week-long event, that could work. That's all I have to say on it.
What about you, Chancellor? You kind of figured out the set times and what the set times would have to be on that. Yeah, you did the math on that.
I did a deep dive on some serious math on this. I was based on, I thought it was 63, not 67, but regardless, if there was no break in between sets, that would come out to approximately 10 minutes per performance. And these motherfuckers are paying $40 a head to play at this. So basically the promoter is doing a cash grab for about $2,800, not counting what he's getting at the door.
But you got to think they're playing
That's
for
some
an
fucked up
audience.
shit.
Of artists.
I don't give a fuck what kind of audience I'm playing for. 10 minutes isn't even enough time for me to do a sound check.
No. That's exactly what I said when I seen it. But
Wow.
we'll keep it rolling. DJ K,
I mean,
what
hell, that's like if I'm doing DJ shit, 10 minutes is like fucking 3 songs.
Yeah,
ain't even worth my time to drive out there.
Questions.
What's
Number
up?
1, 60-something artists. Cool. Like, how long is the event? Number 1.
4 hours.
I thought it was 6. I was basing it off 6. I was like 8 p.m. till 2 a.m. is what I was figuring.
And wait a minute, and the artist having to pay?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a no for me.
Yeah.
That's a no. First and foremost, like I don't know, like I have a background in actually hosting events as well as being like the DJ and the radio show host. And my brother actually like ran a festival in Maine for like 15 years. So number 1, no, never pay to go play somewhere ever. No. And Brian is right. Like 10-minute set, I have tagged, and it equaled out to about like maybe like 20 minutes to a half an hour when I was like with friends and family members, you know, of like the Scene Orlando crew. That's a different setting. That's like, it's, you know, Sunday sessions and everybody, there's like eight DJs there and we all play an hour radio show. But I'm not going to, number 1, pay. I think that's dumb. Number 2, you know, are they now the caveat, the devil's advocate question is, are they playing in front of somebody that's like of substance? Are they playing in front of a record label? Are they playing in front of, you know, people that are, you know, integral in the community where they're like they're gonna have success?
No.
And that's a whole entire no for me.
Well, I was mentioning to Chancellor earlier when he was we were messaging back and forth about it. And I was mentioning like it's a small venue too. So that thing's gonna look packed. But you're going to be playing for a bunch of performers.
Yep.
At that point. But the promoter gets off. He hit a lick on that one.
like the only positive I could see is if you showed up with like a film crew and were like taking advantage of the situation to have a packed crowd to like be recording a music video.
Right.
But otherwise, fuck a whole lot of that shit.
But my biggest like, you're paying people to play?
Mm-hmm.
No. Do you know how many empty rooms I've played to? Where it's like just the promoter and like, you know, my brothers who usually were like my sound people and my like tech people.
Yeah.
No, I've never paid to play anywhere ever. Who does that?
It's a room packed with other artists, and that's assuming they've showed up on time because rapper time's a thing.
Yes.
And that's also assuming these people aren't flaky as fuck and they're actually showing up at all.
Is this
speaking of rapper time? Where's Frank?
Frankie,
what were you saying, Kate?
Are these like actual electronic DJs? Are they bands?
Hip hop.
Oh,
you would be surprised at how many. Okay, so one thing that I've encountered because people have approached me about shows. I've been doing this 16 years myself.
Okay.
And how many people are like, yeah, dude, $40 slot for 10 minutes? I mean, it's exposure. And it's like, you understand, like a lot of these times that you pay that money, you go into a room with other artists, pretty much. That whole, I mean, there's festivals around here that do this. That you go and you're performing in front of a bunch of other artists. You could get that same type of networking done on social media.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like Kate said, exposure to who?
Mm-hmm. Other artists don't really care about your product. They're trying to advance theirs in most cases. Just realistically.
Mm-hmm.
But, Saint, what do you think about the 67 artist showcase? I know you were probably rearing to hop on that one.
That's going to be a no for me, dog. No, that's fucking ridiculous, man. I mean, 10 minutes, like, 10 minutes is too short of a time. The artist doesn't get enough time to fucking draw the crowd in. You know what I mean? Because your first song is always like the crowd's like trying to feel you out and see what's going on. And then hopefully you grab them by that, but by the time you grab their attention, you're fucking done. And then the next person is shoved in front of them. They're not going to remember everybody's names.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing's going to be gained from that except for a promoter getting money.
Yeah.
I just when did the culture become paying to get into a place? Like I don't know, maybe it's just the culture that I grew up in with like artists for fame. I'm not sure, but like when did this become a thing? Because it was like you go out and you like put in the work and you sing for free, play for free, you do everything for free when you're like at the very beginning of what you're. And then, like, once you substantiate your reputation and or your talents, no matter what you do, whether it's DJ production, playing the piano, playing the guitar, whatever, it become a thing for people to pay for 10 minutes to play.
I could tell you from talking to these promoters, and because they've watched my show, we've talked about this a few times.
Okay.
From talking to promoters that watch it, they're like, well, I disagree with what you're saying. Because I spent some time in the rock scene too. Every rock show that I did, I got paid a decent amount of money for.
Okay.
When I came back to hip hop, it was like, wow, you don't like investing in yourself. These artists don't invest in themselves. or they're like, the artists get lazy. They're not promoting. Okay, so I started out as a promoter. I was promoting in clubs when I was 15 years old. Here's how I learned. You build up a base as a promoter, right? You build up your base as a promoter. That covers your overhead, just your base. Anything artist-wise, you split with them. And then anything else artist-wise, you take that 50-50 cut or whatever it may be that you set a deal. So they're still getting their money. They're still working. They're still getting their money too on the side for as hard as they work. But they ain't paying a damn thing up front.
And this is partially on the artists too, because they've allowed this, just as a community, we've allowed this to go on and become the norm, and nobody said anything.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of to like the hip hop, like if this is a hip hop show, and like I'm completely ignorant to that because I come from like my dad's a singer songwriter. I walked into something that my brothers had done ages ago as a website that I just brought like into an actual venue. So like I'm completely ignorant to the pop culture of like I just thought like you go out to the clubs and you pick up the mic and frickin' like rap. Like that's in my mind what I'm thinking happened. I had no idea that this was a thing for people to actually pay for like a time to just be on a show. No.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy
for a minute.
Blasphemy to me.
Yeah. Yep. I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel it. And then when there's 60-something artists paying for that, just think of what that promoter's making tonight.
Yeah,
67 times 4, 67 times 40. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Lucas, what you got on it?
I'm going to address the elephant in the room. We had a show that we did. I know Saint and Cody, well, they were both supposed to play, but Cody at least played. There wasn't 60 artists on that bill.
No, and that was
a lot longer than 4 hours.
Yeah.
I sat there from 4 o'clock till 2 in the morning and still watched 2 artists get bumped off.
Yeah.
So why the fuck is anybody paying to get on that kind of a bill in the first place? And as a fan, how are you going to go and support that kind of shit? Because nobody's making money as far as artists for that long of a spot. Even selling merch, that's not going to be enough to get enough attention to get people to buy your merch.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I learned, that I don't have a problem doing like a free show. I don't mind going somewhere as long as it's like viable, like a Hillsdale, a Jackson, a Toledo. I don't mind going and performing for free because I have merchandise. If I'm good enough, that merch is going to sell. So I'm having a payday anyway. But when it comes down to it, it's like, yeah, $20, man, I'll get you 5 minutes. It's like, the fuck am I going to do with 5 minutes?
5 minutes. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like me, I one transition in 5 minutes. How's that sound? That's just for me. But I play electronic music, so there you go.
Yeah,
I feel that.
With the way
Speaking of, to flip the coin, good promoter wise, that dude in Cleveland, fucking Dominic.
Yes.
For that dude knows how to treat a motherfucker.
Phenomenal human. I had never that was another great experience for me as an artist. Great promoter. Him and his girlfriend, wonderful people. The whole entire fan base there. Great people. I loved that. A lot of fun.
I don't think promoters understand too. When you treat the artist well, you're remembered for that. And then you're gonna get good artists referred to you. It kind of leads into the next question though. How important is it to have quality over quantity when it comes to a lineup? Because I know me personally, I don't like booking over 6 to 7 artists on a show, at least 25 minutes a piece. What you think, Jake?
If you're a promoter putting together a show with shit artists or shit performers, it's not going to go well. Your name's not going to go anywhere. However, if you're known for putting on good shows, that's only going to lead to good things. So quality first for me.
Yeah.
Quantity just gets messy, in my opinion, when it comes to bills and such. Now, if you're throwing a festival and it's an all-day thing or a weekend thing, there's a lot more liberty involved in that. But again, don't book novices. Book people who know what they're doing. When I say novice, I don't mean people who aren't known. I mean people who are new to doing whatever they're doing. They're not good at it yet. They're not very experienced in front of a crowd. This is why I recommend open mics, because that's where you can go to hone your shit in the live setting, so you can be better live.
Right.
And that way you can be better and be on shows. And
beyond that, the one thing that I've noticed has been kind of a trend, even since I was coming up, was that promoters will give that new artist an opportunity and keep getting them on.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like the high school artist that brings a crowd, and they keep bringing them on because they bring a crowd. But, the quality music listener, they're hearing the same shit for 2 years just because this person's bringing people. I'm kind of against that, because in my mind, as a promoter, your job is to make that artist shine. Your job is to set that artist up and give them a platform to shine in front of new people. When you have the same people and you're just bringing them back just because so-and-so has a 60-person poll, but he hadn't put out a song in 5 years.
Yeah.
I want to give full exposure, and not have the same people. I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, you always want to get first chances, because we've all had to have them. But at the same time, you don't want to overuse that. Don't overstay your welcome with it.
Just keep in mind, regardless of what you're doing, you are trying to grow, and you need to think about what's going to help you grow.
Yeah. Amen. And there is such thing as growing as a promoter, because you should have an entourage by yourself.
Weird image of walking in with a bunch of people in my head.
Cody with that.
Yeah, you could walk in with the fucking fur coat and a fucking scarf over that.
But I mean, and speaking purely from I moved back to Florida. Buddy, get away from the door. Sorry.
Whoa, pal.
Is that Kingsley? My butler, Kingsley, is he over there right now? My imaginary butler. He can move through cameras and stuff, apparently.
I come from I moved back to Orlando, and I literally looked at my brothers, and my older brother and his little group of friends had built this website that basically allowed any and everybody that had any kind of music event. It didn't matter whether it was hip hop, pop, it didn't matter. They had a website where everybody could post their events.
Right.
Whether it was actual record labels or all the way down to Joe Schmo promoter. They had this website called sceneorlando.com. And when I went back to Orlando, I was let's just make this happen in person for people. And number one, going this is all circling back to the whole walking in with a crowd. I honestly and earnestly believe, number one, you have to tie this back into the new people. I was very new, and I was a female, and I would spend an hour and a half, 4 to 5 nights a week, going around to the whole city and putting in that work to know promoters, doormen, DJs, managers of the bars, managers of venues, all of that stuff. And then of course, like by the time I left and like walked away from all of that, it was like, okay, like it was like the walking in with the entourage of like my brother and like the whole like old school Scene Orlando crew, which was, it's kind of cool. And now I feel kind of like I'm aging myself at this point. Because now like I have that tenure behind me. But yes, absolutely, I agree with you guys.
Yeah,
I bet that was a cool feeling though, walking in with your people.
Yes, absolutely, 150% it was. Especially because like in the beginning I had a lot of traction from number one, the old school like Scene Orlando, like what they call the Scene Orlando alumni. Because I just kind of came in and was like, hey, I asked my brother and Sean Greeby, those were like the two of the main founders of Scene Orlando. And I was like, hey, can I do this? And I got a lot of, like I said, I got a lot of like traction from these old school guys. But then I also got a lot of like crap from all of these very large promoters that were doing things on a larger scale that were like, oh, you're just the new girl, you know? And then of course, you know, we're looking at like, when I left Orlando, it was a huge deal to them. So walking in there with like my family and friends, like the last time we all got together in Orlando, it was yes. So to answer your question, yes, it was a great feeling.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
Chancellor, what do you think? What do you think? Quality over quantity. How important is that?
Quality is crucial. I don't give a fuck about quantity. I mean, shit. I dropped $25 on tickets to go see two artists next Friday, Goldie and Sinistar in Detroit. It's like a
I'm sad.
6-hour show. 6-hour show, two artists. And I couldn't be happier. It's gonna be freaking amazing. I'd rather go to something like that than that shit show in Toledo tonight.
My heart, because I know both of them, and I'm like, my daughter has basketball. I gotta, you know. Enjoy it for me, Brian.
It's gonna be all right.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Kate, quality over quantity. How important is it?
For me?
Yeah.
Quality, definitely. I will add to that, even with like, I feel like you definitely always have to give new people a chance. As the like behind the scenes person before I was a DJ with Scene Orlando, you sometimes have to take that risk on those newer guys and those newer DJs. A lot of the times we had my older brother Timothy would always play like the opening slot, just because he's an old man. He would come set up all the audio, but he would play like the 9 o'clock slot, and that 10 o'clock slot was always up for grabs to any of the local DJs that were in Florida, Central Florida, Orlando, that, you know. But it's also people, it's a careful balance of quality. Like, we always had a plethora of quality people to have on our shows regularly. But we were also, while we were in the gamut of like inclusion of like everybody that was in the scene, all genres, we had MCs on regularly. We had like bass players that would play with our DJs and stuff like that. But it's a balance of quality people and also kind of giving the new kids that are fresh out of, you know, like out of the bedroom, you know, doing, no matter what it is, whether it's the MCing, whether it's, you know, playing a bass guitar while the DJ is playing house music or whatever. But definitely I agree. Quality over quantity for sure.
Hell yeah. Saint, what you think? Quality over quantity. How important is that? You probably feel strongly about this shit, because I've seen you in person get dicked.
Yeah, well, you know, it's happened numerous times throughout my career. It is what it is. But it's definitely, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's fucking quality. You know, people are paying for an experience, and I feel like that's getting lost in this fucking new business. You know what I mean? You got to have shows that make sense, pair together artists that make fucking sense. and have it be an experience instead of this just free for all. Oh, this guy that was just standing next to me in the crowd is now up on stage. Wow, that was weird. You know, like
Yeah. And I think it ties back into the promoter needing he actually like the person promoting the show needs to care about the exposure of the acts.
Yeah.
Because somebody coming to see, I don't know, a friend of the show, Scum. Somebody going to a Scum show does not want to see me on a Scum show.
Right.
I don't have similar music. I have nothing to gain from that. So why would you book me for something like that? You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of that shit.
Oh yeah.
I see a lot of that shit. You know, like mainstream rappers on horrorcore cards. What the hell are you doing?
What did you say? Horror? What?
Horrorcore?
What is that? Okay, I'd like again. I'm
very
ignorant to the subject, so just explain.
You know,
Grimy rap.
basically evil hip hop.
Doc.
What?
It's evil hip hop,
Okay.
basically. Like I'm gonna cut you up and drown you type shit. Like
Like not for hip hop or rap.
Like E-shaman shit.
yeah.
Basically, take the concept of death metal lyrics and apply them to hip hop, and then really grimy beats.
And see, like putting an artist like me, I'm nothing like that. Like putting me on a show like that is not beneficial towards me. So kind of decide your cards.
Let's be real.
Huh?
I said they're not beneficial for anybody. Let's be real.
Yeah. Overall, it's just not. I mean, you got to pair them together at least somewhat together. I mean, it's cool to have variety shows once in a while if you make it out to be a variety show.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely. In Orlando, like as like me and my brothers, what we did in the past, we had specific like shows. Usually, it was like towards our like annual anniversary type of thing, where, like showcase all of these genres of music. But there was always like, that's you got to make it make sense. You got to make it make sense.
Or nobody benefits in the end. 'Cause it's like, and I think going to before we go to Kadu, before we go to that, the quality over quantity thing. I think promoters forget that people go outside to smoke. People take breaks like that. Like I've seen so many shows go back to back. There was one with Jake that I missed some of Jake's set because I didn't know when he was going on. I was outside smoking because the acts were just back to back to back to back to back, and I'm like, I wanted to catch that, but I didn't know.
And then
you know,
somebody threw a microphone.
Yeah, the time somebody spiked the microphone.
Brilliant.
Great night.
God, it was stupid.
Remember that? Remember the payphone that you found outside and you blocked the whole door so nobody could get out?
Yeah, dude. I was like, I called my mom and I was like, I stood there and I apparently convinced everybody there that like, holy shit, that thing works.
Blocking the door and shit.
Like somebody just broke into my house. I gotta go.
All right, Kadu, you've been a spectator at many shows and you've seen this shit firsthand. What is the importance of quality over quantity and not overbooking? You are silent, bro.
You are silent.
Sign language.
How about now?
There we go.
Good.
Yep.
New mic. Finally get to try it.
Sounds good.
Good deal. But I say it quite a bit on here, you know, even when we're doing the music videos, reviews and everything else. I'm that guy that I want the quality. I could care less if you're putting out songs that are a minute and a half, 2 minutes long. That's not gonna be my song I'm listening to. I like the storytelling and lyricism. You need that time to be able to get into the zone and put on a good show. Granted, most people that have been doing it for a while should already be in that mode and mindset, but you get around the people we're around, sometimes the newer artists like Shallow Grave that haven't been doing it for even a whole year yet. They need that time to fall into that place to do the show. And by putting, you know, what was it, 35 to 40 artists at Spring Smash and 67 on this one tonight, that's benefiting nobody. No. It's not exposure because you're not giving anybody any time to actually see you as an artist. That's not going to get anything with the promoter because people are paying, I don't know what the door cost is, but somewhere between 10 and 20 bucks probably. And they're
And how
not
many
going to
people are going
find
to
any
see
artists
that?
they love because it's only a 10-minute set.
Right. I feel that, and like for some people's sets, I know I could speak for it. A 10-minute set, I mean, it does me all right, but you give me 20 plus. That's just how you build it. I like to build up a show personally. I like to come with some personal bangers and not just like, 2 club bangers and I'm off stage. That's stupid. Then you just fit in. You fit in with everybody else on the card. How do you stand out? A longer set, building up your set, building a story around your set, wrapping people's heads around that set.
And you
How do you
have
do that?
songs
How do you
that
do
are
that in 8 to 10 minutes?
perfect examples for that too, like 60 Minutes from Home and the covers, certain covers that you do that go into it, and people want to hear the story behind that. Why did I cover this song? Why did I do it this way?
Right.
Why is my mentality this way when I wrote it? That's what intrigues me as a fan, is finding artists I can relate to that are going through the same shit. They're releasing their emotions the same way.
Right. Jesse in the comments says it's hard for people to remember artist names when a bill is oversaturated, and I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Because it seems like you're on to the next one. As soon as you start hearing and feeling something, you're on to the next one, and you don't know if the next one's ass or not. Because half the time, I did an experiment, and I didn't expose nobody on it, but I did an experiment. It's kind of a social experiment. I made a fake profile and started hitting up promoters that just basically offer open slots. And they were like, $40, I'll give you 12 minutes. I'm like, all right, I'll take that. This was a 60-year-old dude who happens to be my neighbor.
Wait,
he hasn't
what?
He has not even sang karaoke in his life. They did not ask for music. They didn't know what they were booking. So you don't know if the next person's going to be ass. You don't know if they're going to be the greatest fucking act of all time. And then you're just forgotten about in the mix for this dude. This dude can get booked, and he don't even have music. That's sad.
I mean, that'd be like me taking my stuff that I'm writing and working on getting into the scene, paying somebody to be on it, and getting thrown on a bill with Saint and Cody that have been doing it for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yep. It pretty much, they're not paying attention. I mean, you cannot tell me that the promoter of the 60s, I got to go back to it because it's so funny. The promoter of the 67 artist bill knows music from every single artist on that bill. I will bet good money that he probably didn't listen to a goddamn one of them.
He might have.
One or two.
Well,
no, he did not.
I will fall back on my example anyway, and look at that bill. Again, there was like, 40 artists on it, and how many people got left off the bill?
Yeah. For an all day. It makes it hard to organize.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking in the back of my head. Like, people are going to leave here pissed off. Bars in Ohio close at 2.
Is there any notable names on that 67 artists?
I think like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe 3.
3.
I'm still like dumbfounded. Like I'm sitting over here. I'm the one, like, I feel like I'm the one electronic DJ that's like, what the hell? This is so foreign concept to me. Like, people pay. I cannot believe this. I'm dumbfounded.
It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's insane. Okay, so check it out. Klepp and I we were trying to build a relationship with this new venue in Angola, Indiana called the Eclectic Room. And Twisted was doing a tour. So I know their tour manager. So I fucking hit him up because I knew he was handling all the shit to get people on shows. So I hit him up and I asked him, I was like, yo, so what's the damage? And he was like, $1,000. And I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. I'm not giving you that much money. It's not happening. So get this. He's like, all right, I'll put you up on game. Most of these shows, we have our 2 artists, and then the venue has their 2 openers, which those 2 openers push tickets. You know what I mean? That makes more sense pushing tickets because you earn your spot to play the fucking show. But these kids, I swear to God, we get up, we get ready to go do this show. These kids go on after us. and nobody fucking even paid attention to them. They paid $1,000 for nobody to even react to them.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yep. There's a couple examples that I have. I went to an MGK show back in the day when he was just doing hip hop. He was getting big in Ohio, and yeah, yeah. But he was getting big in Ohio. He was a half decent person, or seemed like it at the time. Like he met his fans and stuff, all cool. So I was cool with that. I respected that.
Okay.
So these people, I seen what they were charging. They were charging like $400 to get on the show. Literally every opener that night got booed. Every fucking opener that hit that stage got booed. Trippie Redd was another one out in Fort Wayne.
Okay, I know that name. I know that name.
Yes, Trippie Redd was another artist out in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I'm like, yeah, Trippie Redd, that'd be cool. You know, I got some music that might match up just a tad. I'm gonna see what this bill's like. Is it like ticket sales, whatever? $3,500. No kickback.
Yeah.
From what I remember from that message, it was no kickback. $3,500
For how long?
It was 15 minutes. So from what I'm reading at work, the night of that show, because it was a weeknight, is that every opener got fucking booed off that stage.
I bet.
Because they wanted to see the headliner.
What did the headliner have to say about that?
The headliner probably didn't even know what happened. He probably didn't even give two fucks.
No, half the time they don't. Once you get big, they don't pay attention to none of that shit. A lot of them don't.
Shit, they're not even
It's a
there till, like,
weird
5 minutes before
situation,
they start,
man.
if that.
He got his paycheck and fucking bounced.
They ain't even in the building until like it's time for him to go on. Shit.
Yeah, get a couple drinks in.
Man, if
go
a
on
ton of
stage.
people came out to see me, I would love to be able to expose newer people.
Yeah. Nah, it's
come on. I mean, I
with
say
the
that now,
majors-
but wait till I get big and see what happens.
But with the majors, a lot of times you don't see them. I respect the ones that you do see. Like Mayday, when we opened for them, they were out and about. They were like right at their fucking merch table. Wax was out there. Even Big Sean, he kind of went through the crowd for a second, and he was like at his prime when I opened for him, but he was out there for a minute. You know, he showed up prior to set time. Fuck, even Riff Raff, even though he went downstairs to do a bunch of pills. But
KRS-One came through the audience.
Priority.
KRS-One's that dude though.
Yeah,
KRS-One, when I played with him, he came through the audience to go back to the green room and took selfies with big clumps of people. Of course, it was the blind pig. He didn't have any other choice, but he did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dave Grohl, as far as outside of hip hop, is one of the biggest artists I've heard of that says he'll make a point before every show. He'll grab a bottle of liquor and go around and meet every band that's on that bill and talk to them and give them advice and shit.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. Scum was one of those. That's why I respected him a lot. You know, not the biggest name ever in his scene. He's pretty big. But he sat out. He watched every single opener, like literally sat up front and watched every single fucking opener. Huh?
Oh, nothing. I'm rolling up. Sorry.
No, he sat up front and watched every opener, like the opener that I led to that one and helped invest in and shit. He sat up there and he watched the whole fucking performance and said, "Good job." They don't know, like, I don't think majors realize how much that means to an artist like us. You know, that's on a little lower level, not making millions or touring full time. You know, I think more artists need to get that mindset. I think that helped.
I mean, that's like the TikTok I sent Jake the other day. It was what was it? The lead singer of Lamb of God, wasn't it?
Yeah, where he was walking, he got stopped by security.
Walking up backstage, his security guard, the security lady stops him. She's like, "I need your ID." He's like, "I don't have it. I'm getting ready to start singing." And she starts apologizing all over herself. And he's like, No. That's great. You're doing your job. You didn't recognize who I am. That's fine.
Right.
And like seeing that kind of shit gives me hope that if one of us make it, we're not going to be that mainstream industry bullshit.
Yeah. And never. I don't think I ever could. I'd want to get there early. I want to see new talent. I've actually become a fan, like a big fan of local talent just by going to shows. Odious ones. I worked with Devin before. He's like, come to my show. All right, I'll come to your show. Didn't know any of his prior music. Just from that live show, he made a fan out of me. From there, it just led to a friendship outside of that. And it was just like, there's been so many artists. One of my favorite artists from Toledo, Prophecy. I saw him when I was 16, and Adrian, been a fan ever since. And I remember that performance. So it's that type of shit that makes you a fan of, you know?
Oh, hell yeah. I actually, like, now mind you, I don't listen to a lot of rock music, but one of my employees actually drugged me out to the House of Blues in Orlando to go to this rock thing. I don't even know, like, it was some kind of show. And I walked into the venue and I was like, I'm literally just doing this to like do something for you. And the band itself, first and foremost, they're called Maybe If You Hit It. If you're into rock at all, even slightly, maybe halfway, they're great. I am not a rock fan, and they won me over.
Yep.
Number one, because of the A&R of their manager. They had a table. His wife, the lead singer's wife, like ran their merch table. And they put on a really great show. And then after the show, like they came down and talked to everybody that was there at the show. And I was like, all right, I'm a forever fan. I don't even listen to rock music, but thank you. I like literally still to this day, Barton, which is like the lead singer of the group, he actually has like sent me vocals to like make tracks to and stuff like that. So I 150% like agree with you. Gotta kind of get in there and like, and I'm a huge purveyor, especially because of what I play. Like, you have to make that connection with people, and even if it means like showing up before your set and like listening to the new people and like chit chatting with them for like whatever amount of time.
Right. And I made it a point too, just to go to local shows that I'm not on. Like, I like following that, seeing some of the people, you know, if I have a friend on a show, like Agatha Hag's a big one when they play, I like going to their shows because I might see something I haven't seen before and I might become a big fan of it.
Oh, absolutely.
You never know.
Dude, I loved dropping by Chad's set before going to the Brooklyn show. No, it wasn't Brooklyn.
Manchester.
Yeah,
just showing love. You showed love.
That was cool.
You didn't have to do it. It's just like, hey, man, I can't be here.
But the reaction's good enough, man. I hadn't seen him in forever, and he gets out of his. I was like bouncing his car. I was hiding behind his trunk, and I'm like using my weight to bounce his car on the bumper. He opens the door. He's like, "Hi, Cody." I'm like, again.
Only you.
Just look on his face. That's all I wanted.
Jesse in the comments says that's why it's important to play every show like you're playing for 10,000 people, and I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I've literally played to myself, the promoter, and the walls of venues on many occasions.
Yep. I know that feeling all too well.
It is what
one
it
big
is.
thing, you never know who's watching.
Yes.
That one person that's in the crowd could become a lifelong fan, and it happens more times than you think.
Oh yeah. Within a year of me DJing, I had someone coming up to like, and at the same, like I was hosting, like before I started DJing, I was hosting Scene Orlando events. I was the manager of Scene Orlando, and I was doing like the behind, because that's how I started out. I was like, no, my brothers were like, dude, you're a girl, you're pretty, like just DJ. And I'm like, no, like I want to manage things behind the scene, like whatever. But pretty much almost as soon as I like put that out there, I had like, I'm gonna have to find it now, but there was some girl that like came to one of our Scene Orlando shows that walked through the door and was like, oh my god, it's DJ. And this was like my first experience with that, and I was like,
Jake had an experience like that in Hillsdale.
Yeah.
That's how I met Lucas. Fucking Kita came up, and I get out of my car and I'm walking to the venue. I hear, that's the dude from the podcast. She runs up, someone I've never seen before, wraps her arms and one leg around me, and it went all downhill for the rest of the night. She did some weird shit, man.
Especially for me.
I kept going over to like Saint and Clep and Autumn, Clep's wife, and I was like, I need help. I don't know how to deal with this type of treatment. I'm gonna hang with you guys for a bit.
I'm still trying to figure out how Cody asked me to be his merch guy after that night.
You were so worried that she was going to reflect poorly on you.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm
sure Letitia knows.
I swear to God, like if I would
I
have
just
known she
wanna
was gonna
say-
act like that, she wouldn't have been there.
I want to say shout out to Letitia who commented, "Oh my God, Kita, she is like my walking can of bitch be gone." Because every time she's at a show with me, everybody thinks we're dating.
Can
So
I
it's
just
like-
hire her? Hey, hi. Come on.
And I love it. I'm not a fan of groupies. I don't like groupies. I'm not a big groupie guy. I used to be in like my early 20s. Now it's just like, dude, that's corny. So
yeah, Keita taught me that I'm not a groupie guy either.
Wow.
Oh man.
And I want her information.
Well, when she licks the sweat off of somebody's face, you know, I wasn't even a groupie guy after that, and I'm not an artist yet.
She pulled another girl's tit out in front of me and started licking it. And I said, I'm going outside.
That's a Hillsdale County hospitality, bro. How we
double
go around here.
Double H Hillsdale hospitality.
Oh my God.
I love playing there though, because something interesting always happens.
I'm like out and about. Like, let's make that happen.
All right, we got one more question for the panel before video reviews. Then we got to pay some bills after this one. Because we still, prior to popular belief, still gotta pay the bills. Even the last show they're making me. What is it's kind of a question we've asked before, and it's kind of deep before we get into it. What's the best advice you could give to somebody trying to enter the same path that you're on? Just getting started out, maybe a high schooler, just getting involved with music or you know, just getting involved in DJing, anything. Jake, we'll start with you.
Well, that's pretty much the best way I can put it.
Oh shit.
No, real on the realness though, I'm not really. I don't want to repeat myself though. So,
Chancellor.
No, when I started, the thing that started me out was I started finding open mics, local open mics near me, just to kind of test the water, see if my stuff is working at all for an audience, and then built it up from there. And I eventually started getting gigs that way, and now I'm here. But it's finding people that you can network with and build with, and finding a good crew. That's really, really important. I'm lucky enough to have found that myself. And I will say again, if it weren't for open mics, I would not be where I'm at right now. So you should definitely go to one and see if you even like performing in front of people first.
Yeah.
Yep, I definitely agree. Chancellor, what's your best advice to somebody coming up trying to do what you do?
Do it for the right reasons. Like, do it because you love it. Play what you love. Like, perform what you love. Don't let anything like dictate to you other than what you're feeling. Don't take fucking shortcuts.
Yeah.
Fucking earn that shit.
Feel that?
Yeah.
I feel that. Hell yeah.
I got one more. Go in, ask every question you have, and then shut your mouth and listen when people answer you.
And be humble.
People who've been doing it a while. Yeah.
Don't be a
Go
fucking
in,
douche.
Just understand that you probably don't know that much. Go
Right.
at it with that attitude, and eventually you will.
Right. Always listen first. Take in as much as you can. That's a big thing. I'm still learning. 16 years in, I learn something new every fucking day. Kate, what's the advice that you would give to somebody just coming up doing what you're doing?
I have a couple of different things. Number one, I'm going to give you the advice that I was given when I started. And this is coming from my brother, my older brother, and a like collective of my friends, their friends. Number one, my older brother was like, hey, they're all, as a female, if you are a female coming into DJing, producing, hosting, rapping, whatever, they're all going to want to sleep with you. Number one, don't forget that. Number two, show up, smile, play, do whatever it is that you do, thank them, get your money, and leave. Those are the pieces of advice that I got from the people that were important to me at the very beginning. Right. From experience, from me personally, take the time to get to know like the people that you're playing with. Like when I first started out, I wasn't a DJ. I was looking to host events. I spent an hour and a half, 5 days a week going to get to know all of the people in Orlando. Right. So get to know whoever you need to get to know. Right. Practice. The 10,000 hours theory is a real thing. It's a real thing. Like I started hosting Scene Orlando, and my brother and their friends like pushed me on a regular basis to try to DJ. And I was like, no, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. But I'll practice over here. Like I'll just do this. So practice, get to know people, know what you like, what you want to do. And it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's wrapping Christmas presents, whether it is like, I will never forget this, and I will tell the world to this. When I first started DJing, I literally looked at my brother and like a collective like of eight of my guy friends and my brother's friends and all of them who were very great educators and like pushers of my talent at the very beginning. And they were like, you can't, and this is just a specific to my genre, you can't mix two vocal tracks together. And I was like, you know what? I really love vocal driven music, period. End of story. Right. Like that's what I'm good at. I'm good at pulling at heartstrings. I'm literally good at playing the very music that's going to make you fall to your knees and be like, I connect with that. And I don't care if it's two vocal tracks together. And I literally looked at my brothers back then and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And so my advice in that regard is go for it. I don't care if even the closest people to you are like, don't do it. Trust your gut instinct. So show up, smile, thank them, leave. Don't be afraid to excuse my English. I'm not going to curse. Don't be afraid to put the work in. And take criticism. Take that criticism, but take it to heart. Yeah. Don't take it further.
Yep. Don't act on it.
Yeah.
Take to heart, but don't act on it. I was
blessed with the fact that I had literally like 8 to 10 of my brother, like 3 or 4 of them were my brothers, and like the other like 3 to 4 of them were our friends. So I literally had guys at my shows when I was a baby DJ telling me, like yelling from the back of the room, like tighten up, so right. That's what I have to say to baby people. Like if they're trying to do exactly what I'm trying to do, like just 10,000 hours isn't a lie. Practice every day. Do it even when you don't feel like doing it. Right. When I got my very first, like I was probably like 6 months into DJing and I was offered my first radio show, and my older brother was like, why are you even going to do that? And I was like, because it's going to give me like an hour and a half a week where like I have to show up and like play music, and it's basically just like a practice session. So again, I will just reiterate, like just practice your craft, whether it's like, I know you guys are like all like, I'm assuming that you guys are all like rappers and that type of thing. Like show up to your craft, like right. Show up, take that time, whether like it was for me, it was like an hour and a half a week when I was a baby. I was a baby DJ. Hour and a half a week. That 10,000 hours to master a craft is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be where I am now if it wasn't for that fact specifically. So
I can back that up pretty hard.
Yep. I feel that. Saint, what kind of advice would you give somebody just coming up in the game trying to do what you're doing?
You're gonna have to learn to take shots to the fucking chin because it's gonna happen. Just be humble. You know what I mean? Celebrate your wins, but don't celebrate too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep good people for you around you, people that have the same goals. Because if you're surrounding people that aren't trying to reach new heights with you, they're just going to drag you down. They're going to keep you from being the best version of you that's going to turn this into a career. You know what I mean?
Right. You always want to go up, aim up.
Yep.
And I've had the same experience with people that do bring you a little bit down. They try to give you that realistic talk. Like I always hated, especially in my early 20s when stuff was going really, really, really well for me. I'm not saying it's not now. I'm just saying like double XL and shit like that was happening. They're like, well, you know, you just got to be realistic, man. You got to look into your future. If you're looking into that, I've always liked this saying that the craziest people are the ones who are successful. And I've literally never gotten anywhere from just simply listening to somebody trying to be a realist with me. I would have never had a goddamn opportunity if I didn't take some chances.
Yeah.
All right.
So take those fucking chances. If you feel it in your heart that it's right for you, you can get advice from others around you.
All right.
But if you feel it's right for you and you look into it, do your research on it so you're not getting fucked over, obviously.
Right.
But if it feels right in your heart, fucking go for it.
Absolutely. And you got to stay true to your fucking self as an artist. You know what I mean? Don't be that next fucking, I mean, if you want to make a quick buck, sure, go ride a wave. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Get that easy, that low bearing fruit of fucking, you know, you have a few singles and then you're gone type shit. You know, you have to treat yourself like you're a fucking brand now. You know what I mean? You are now a brand ambassador and you have to conduct yourself as one. You know what I mean? So you can't be fucking around, especially in like cancel culture. You know what I mean? You could have some dark humor shit that you just fucking say on the fly, and somebody's like, "Holy shit, this guy's fucked up. He's done. He's done. And there's no more you." So, you know, you gotta be kind of your own fucking. You gotta keep yourself in check. You know, you gotta present yourself as how you want your brand to be viewed.
Watch what the fuck you're doing at all times.
Absolutely.
Be professional.
Yep.
I feel like it's not even really about being professional. It's just about being like, number one, passionate about what you do. Number two, don't do dumb things.
Yeah.
Don't do dumb things.
Man, I suck at that. Lucas, what about you?
I don't mean in general, but like, come on, we all do some things. Really, let's be real.
I thrive in that shit. What are you talking about?
This guy just said he's gonna piss my pants for me earlier.
Yeah, I did say that, didn't
I? Oh, Lucas.
I'm not telling anybody what to do, but not drinking can be quite helpful.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Lucas, what about you? What's the best advice you can give to somebody coming up trying to do what you're trying to do?
Don't rely on your friends and family for your success on a local level.
Bingo.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that.
It's something I dealt with and am still dealing with to this day as far as my merchandising business. One of my closest relatives, a cousin of mine, just went out and bought a sublimation printer, started doing shirts, same town. I just got my sublimation printer a month ago. You know, when I started my business almost 2 years ago now, I had 6 months beforehand, I was posting about it, asking questions if people were interested in shit. Everybody, oh, yeah, that's great. As soon as I start my business, nothing.
Yeah.
And social media is not your best friend because I can get likes, comments, and shares on all of my stuff, but nobody buys anything.
Yeah.
It's all about being the best you can be and relying on yourself and your drive and your instincts.
Right.
Take the advice from everybody, but take it with a grain of salt and only use what actually applies to you.
Right. I absolutely agree.
Because
I just
not
posted
everybody's
about
been in your shoes.
I actually just posted about the friends and family thing. You know, it's not something that it's not a void I have to fill because there's people that come to my shows that don't know me personally.
There you go.
But it's like, it's kind of sad because you can't rely on friends and family to show up all the time.
Nope.
But you got to look at it like I'm built a little bit different because I'll go to a friend's show just because even if I'm not into the music, I'll be like, yeah, I'll come out. Hell yeah. Not everybody's built like that. Realistically, 99% of the time, your family's not going to show up for you. Your friends aren't going to show up for you. I've owned a business. I owned a business here in town for 2 years. You know how many times so many people are like, yeah, I'm so proud of you. You know I support you, but they didn't spend any kind of money with me. So how much do you actually support my brand?
Right.
You know, when it comes down to it, are you supporting me or are you just saying it?
Right.
So.
Okay. Neither one of I've been doing shows for, I want to say 22, almost 23 years now. And neither one of my parents have ever been to one of my shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect shit from my family. You know what I mean?
My parents went when they had to. When I was 14, getting into fucking clubs when they had to be there. Other than that,
I will say,
I don't expect them though.
I will say my grandma fucking comes to my shows when she can. And that's dope because she's like 82.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna go to the comments real quick. We got quite a few of them on this one, actually. Jesse says no ducking shortcuts.
Ducking shortcuts.
I feel that.
We all know what happened there.
God bless.
Gary Emmett says, don't think the industry owes you shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That applies to life. Nobody owes you anything in life. If you don't go out and earn it, it's not worth having.
Nothing's given to you. Jesse also said it's important to interact with the people that fuck with you.
Absolutely.
I feel that. And then he also said strangers are more likely to be a customer than friends or family 10 times out of 10.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So we do got to pay some bills real quick and go to some commercials. We're going to come back. We have some video reviews.
Jake's like, what the fuck, man? I
already paid the bills.
My answer for that.
How the fuck are you going to do that on the radio?
We're not on the radio yet, asshole.
Fuck off.
Buzzing.
So we're gonna go to break, and then we'll come back. We got 4 videos tonight to review, and they're actually really fucking good. So, yeah, here's a little commercial break, and shouts to our sponsors.
Whoa.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depressing stuff. That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad. Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Okay, so we're back. We're gonna do some. Where the fuck did Jake go? Damn it, Jake.
Oh my fucking god, he fucking dead.
All right. Come on.
1 sec. All Oh, here we got a comment. It looks like a bot. A bot got a hold of our YouTube.
Hello, I want to offer promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chat bots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on, incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it on, off, customize. Go to dodgethehype.com and human.
What is wrong with you?
All right, my brain still needs an update. That should be coming. Where's my phone? Midnight.
Okay. We're going to go into music video reviews. To those that are unfamiliar, what we do, we'll watch a music video full screen, high quality. You'll give a 1 through 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, and give pros and cons of the video.
Okay.
Tonight, we're going to start with a group named Local Celebrities. They're out of Illinois. They have a new video out called Do 'Em Dirty. So we're going to check it out 1 through 10, give the pros and cons after we watch it, and we'll go in order like we have been. So here we go.
Local celebrities is a clique. There's something going down, I got some heads I'd like to split. Evil Lee is off his meds and he's a prick. Be easy, got his head up in the shit. Piece on the side, and he's got an extra clip. And quick with it, with an automatic, gon' let you have it. If you causing havoc, Rico Savage causing damage, I know. Where you at? Let's murder this flow and do 'em dirty, bro. Dirty, bro. Dirty, bro. Do 'em dirty, do it to do 'em dirty. Do 'em dirty, do it to do 'em dirty. Do 'em dirty, do it to do 'em dirty. Do 'em dirty, do it to do 'em dirty.
Boy, John Doe and them Redbird Zoo, chillin' at the spot, smoking kush with the crew. Every night's a weekend, we do what we do. Hanging with my dogs, sipping brews, shouting food. Listening to music, bumping local tunes. The sun's coming up and it's time to split soon. Check the clock, we won't stop, this is hot. We're not live, but they'll do us dirty and put us in the same slot.
Do 'em dirty, do it to do 'em dirty. Do 'em dirty, do it to do 'em dirty. Do 'em dirty, do it to do 'em dirty. Do 'em dirty, do it to do 'em dirty.
Welcome on my side with an axe on my back. I've been ready for a war, swords are blazing, breaking necks. Bringing peace with my boys through violence and death. Put some murder in our music and we're killing the set. I know you heard me, I do you dirty while flipping the birdie. To anybody that doubts me, I wanna watch you all burn me. Cause I am just not concerned with all the people who never learn. I'm gonna take them off the map and put their ashes in an urn. I'll do them dirty.
Do 'em dirty, do it to do 'em dirty. Do 'em dirty, do it to do 'em dirty. Do 'em dirty, do it to do 'em dirty. Do 'em dirty, do it to do 'em dirty. Hey!
All right, we'll start with Jake. Jake, what do you give it? 1 out of 10, pros and cons.
That was pretty cool. That was the music video was entertaining enough. It kept my interest the whole time. Fun vibe. 8.
8. All righty, Chancellor, what you got? 1 out of 10, pros and cons.
Cinematography wise, fantastic. Told a great story, crisp, fucking. The camera cuts were clean. Everything synced up really well. The sound was really good on it. Super clear with that. Not really my cup as far as the style, but I can see the talent is there. I'll give him a 7.
7. All right, down to Kate. What do you think of the video? Pros and cons on a 1 through 10.
Pros and cons. I would really give it about a 8 on the like cinematography. Not my style of music that I would listen to, but however, very talented. Group of guys. I would give it about a 7, 8, 7.5, all over.
the hell just happened?
I don't know.
Kate reviewed the video.
Yeah.
Kate, you still there?
Can you hear me?
There you are. There you
Okay.
are. You just like froze out for a second.
Did I lose you?
I heard it.
Yeah, you cut out for a second. My whole thing.
I was just saying, like, at probably 7.5 on the scale, like generally, like with both cinematography. It's not my cup of tea as far as like music genre, whatever is concerned, but talent, videography, everything, about a 7.5.
7.5. All right,
Yeah.
Saint, what you got on it? Pros, cons, and a 1 through 10.
Okay. So like everybody else has said, the video was really shot well. I was pretty damn surprised. The song wise, the beat was dope. There were certain notes within the chorus that were like ear piercing though. You know what I mean? Right. They got to get their mix a little bit better on that shit. Especially if you got a high quality video, you want your music to be high quality too. And what else? A couple of them kind of had where they're at that beginning stage of making music. You know what I mean? They have those specific cadences that you hit when you first start rapping. All your syllables are choppy and cut off very quickly. You know what I mean? I feel like they need to come into their own a little bit more. You know what I mean? I see the potential. There's plenty of potential there for sure. But yeah, those are my only two little gripes.
What you got? 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. I'll give it a 7.
7. Okie doke. Kadu, what you got on it?
I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8. That is particularly my style of music. You know, that's what brought me back into the rap scene. Originally, it was horrorcore. I was going through a shit time in my life and had some emotional shit going on and just wanted to hurt people. And so hearing that shit and that you could express that shit and it be okay is really what brought me back into the rap scene. And then being around you guys broadened my horizons once I was in it. As far as the way it was shot, I love the way the video was shot. I feel it was a perfect mixture of atmospheres for that style of song, as far as like the bonfire, the Children of the Corn reference, the axes, you know, the bloody mask with the blood on the one dude's shirt. It all fit together well, but again, you can tell there's way more potential there from all of them.
Right. I feel that. I'll give it a solid 8. The cinematography was awesome. Like Saint said, some of the quality, I could hear that a little bit. It wasn't terrible, but I mean it was bearable. Let's put it that way. It was bearable, but it still needs just a tad bit of work. And I did hear the cadence, the kind of starting cadence, I guess as you called it. I did hear a little bit of that, but I'll give it a solid 8. Pretty dope project. Shout out to them from Illinois. Shout out to local celebrities for submitting today. That was actually cool. I haven't listened to that yet. So next up we got B&8. He is from Indiana. He is actually on our Carl's Tavern show in February, our tour opener. He has a song called In My Way that he submitted earlier. We're gonna check it out. Same thing. 1 through 10, get pros, cons, and y'all.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, stop right here.
What's up, dude?
How can I help you with something?
I'm B&8. You don't know who I am?
No, you got. There's a big show going
No,
on here right now.
people can vouch for me.
Who can vouch for you?
Hey, bro, I ain't dealing with this shit. My boy, man, I vouch for him. He cool, too.
Well, hold on.
Everything
100, I hope.
Everything good, bro.
Sipping on my beer, listen to the crowd cheer. You got something to fear, this is gonna be my year. See, my time is near, I'm just here to stay. You gon' have to pay. All you motherfuckers in the way. See, my flow is sick, like I got COVID-19. Might get crime scene. Never done a widescreen. Got to go on a crime spree. Might do it hands free. Call me Stan Lee. Cause I'm just a visionary, just a walking dictionary. I'm just gifted lyrically. I don't ever miss a beat. Got a sick delivery. Got a short efficiency. Give me my credibility. I'm on a killing spree. Call this flawless victory.
So what do you think? Bro, I gotta level with you. I gotta be real. That shit, hard. That, hard as fuck, man. Do that shit for real. Make that shit happen.
Sipping on my beer, listen to the crowd cheer. You got something to fear, this is gonna be my year. See, my time is near, I'm just here to stay, and you have to pay. All you motherfuckers in the way.
Hey, wake the fuck up, bro. What is you still doing here, man? The fuck, you slept in your car, bro? What the fuck happened? You're at the bar. It's 3 in the afternoon. Hell, it looked like you didn't. What the fuck happened last night, bro? Bro, shit was, bro, you was a motherfucking animal, bro. You had that little thick ass midget bitch, bro, right? She was shaking her ass, and you took that bottle, that little champagne bottle, popped the corkscrew off her ass. You feel me, bro? And then you chugged the whole bottle, dog. That's and probably why I'm fucking passed out in my car. Bro, and that's after you fucking smoked that PCP. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yo, this shit fuck was wild, did I do to man. myself Bro, last you night? an animal. I'll catch you later, Nate. Bro, go home or something, though, man. Alright.
Sipping on my beer, listen to the crowd cheer. You got something to fear, this is gonna be my year. See, my time is near, I'm just here to stay, and you have to pay. All you motherfuckers in the way. Sipping on my Rona while I'm tripping on some Zed. Vision getting blurry, getting high in the crib. Seeing what to realize makes me realize. Cats don't got no lives. These females on games. Males wish they played better. Say one thing, mean another. I'm not gonna sweat her. All these fake ass rappers talk about the same thing. They on some snake shit. Who can rap, make it legit? Hold a steady job. I ain't got a ride to make my riches. May not be as fast. I'm on some lasting money shit. These clowns on some faster shit. Sipping on my beer, listen to the crowd cheer. You got something to fear, this is gonna be my year. See, my time is near, I'm just here to stay, and you have to pay. All you motherfuckers in the way. Sipping on my beer, listen to the crowd cheer. You got something to fear, this is gonna be my year. See, my time is near, I'm just here to stay, and you have to pay. All you motherfuckers in the way. Sipping on my liquor, fucking up my liver. Things are looking clearer, need to work on my figure. Might go fuck a stripper, see, I'm just a dripper. I'ma give her my giant wiener. Hope to see the bigger picture. I ain't gotta lift a finger, just point my index finger. Call me Jack the Ripper like a pair of scissors. I'ma stand and deliver. All y'all my sons, I'm a father figure. Sipping on my beer, listen to the crowd cheer. You got something to fear, this is gonna be my year. See, my time is near, I'm just here to stay, and you have to pay. All you motherfuckers in the way. Sipping on my beer, listen to the crowd cheer. You got something to fear, this is gonna be my year. See, my time is near, I'm just here to stay, and you have to pay. All you motherfuckers in the way.
That was B&A. In my way. Jake, 1 through 10, pros, cons.
Do like a 7.5. I did like that he put those segments in the middle. I thought that was very entertaining and it kept my interest. But it was jarring. It was a little out of place. It was not smooth. I don't know. I like the song. The part in the beginning though, I don't know B&A, but that whole "don't you know who I am" shit always is a turn off for me. It kind of makes me want to do again, I don't know him. I don't know if he's actually like that or not, but it kind of makes me want to make a music video where I walk in, I'm headlining, and the bouncer's like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Oh, here's my ID, man. I'm headlining tonight, but I'm cool." Right. Some shit like that. I don't know. It was cool. I'd like to meet him.
Hell yeah. 7.5. Well, what you got on it, Chancellor? 1 through 10, pros, cons. Let them know.
Cinematography looked good. Those cut scenes were kind of jarring. The second one was a little fucking long, honestly. Let's be real. But otherwise, good cinematography, sound quality. I liked the beat. It sounded, in these at least, it sounded good as hell. Lyrically, feel like he left a lot on the table lyrically, but it's just me. I'm an old school head like that. Yeah, like 6.5.
6.5. Kate, what you got on it? 1 through 10.
All right. So entertainment value wise, because like again, I'm completely like left field here, generally wise. 10 out of 10 entertainment wise. Lyrically wise, could have done better probably. I'm gonna give it a 6. Lyrics. Repetitive wise, that kind of wasn't super entertaining. So generally I'm gonna probably give it a 6.5 overall. Like I said, the entertainment value was like grabbing initially, which is like what you want to do as an artist is grab somebody into the video. So 10 for that. But lyrically wise and the repetitiveness of the lyrics, I'm gonna give it a 6.5 generally.
6.5. Saint, what you got on it?
Oh man. I'm gonna speak my opinion before I give my score, by the way. So I think the video was dope overall. I feel like not only were the cutscenes jarring, but I feel like they just drugged the music video on. You know what I mean? After the first one, it's kind of like,
Too long.
So, as far as the lyrics, it's very, how do I want to put it? Just like simple rhyme schemes, like single syllable rhyme schemes. It was like he's good with his delivery and all that, but he's not getting quite into the lyrical aspect of it and building up like multi-syllable rhymes or, you know, other than your basic cat, bat, rat, you know.
Right.
Not many punchlines either.
Right.
Right.
But the energy was there. And the delivery was there for the most part. I felt like some of the cadences got drug on a little too long. Needs to be a little bit more variation to the flow. I feel like people tend to just fall into a pocket and be afraid to get out of it, and rhythms and beats and stuff. So that could be worked on. But overall, it's pretty solid. I would give this probably a 7.
Fair. What about you, Kadu? What you got on it? 1 through 10 and pros and cons.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6. I wasn't a fan. Way too repetitive. We've had him on the podcast. He doesn't seem like the kind of person that has that kind of attitude, but I don't know him personally, so I don't know. It just didn't really fit with me. The video seemed out of place.
I think that was
he was
shot at
sipping on
Carl's
beer the whole
Tavern.
time, but no. What was that?
I said some of that was shot at Carl's Tavern.
Right. But, so being at the show or at Carl's where they do the shows, yeah, but the crowd cheer, like focusing the hook on the crowd cheer and the sipping beer and things like that, fit the video more to the lyrics, especially if you're going to repeat them that often.
Right.
Is more my side of it, where he's rapping on a bridge with nobody around in a skate park with one dude skating. It's like fit your video to your song. There's just different things that could have made it work a lot better together, in my opinion.
Right.
Yep, I feel that. That's the one thing that kind of threw me off was the skits. They were funny, but it did draw the video out just a little bit more than it should have been. I think if he'd have simplified it, I always kind of go by the. So a video like this, I think you got to go with the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes.
It works. It works, and it keeps people's attention. And that's modern day age. You got to do it. I mean, you can be complex, but if you do it, go all the way. I just feel like there was like middle ground there that, you know, in certain videos that would work, but this one, not as much. It kind of lost my attention in some sort of way. I'll give it a solid 7. That's sounds fair. Looking forward to meeting him too. He seems like a really, really cool guy. We had him on
Yeah,
here.
he is. I've met him before. He's a cool dude.
Hell yeah. Next up, we got friends of the show. Be unbiased about this. Everybody be unbiased. I'm going to be unbiased. They submitted earlier.
Let's all rate the dog.
Aw.
What's up, Bob?
Buddy. Say hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
Poppers.
Listen, he's my little shadow.
Somebody get this girl a puppers.
Next up,
how are you
though,
now?
we
Good
got,
and you, not so bad.
What's up?
I said, how are you now? Good and you, not so bad.
Next up, we got friends of the show. Both of them have been on quite a few times. I know we've all worked. Be unbiased with your rating. We got Shallow Grave. They submitted a video called Unsoiled. They want unbiased advice, so let's hit it.
Okay.
Don't think and I don't speak, don't see but I don't blink, don't breathe and I don't bleed, fall asleep in a SOV, gray seas in a scope. Low key with the cody, Brody sipping OD, coke free with a nosebleed, smoke me at the show please, you never know. Still riding around all trepid, thing to my grain still seen as a menace. Play with the blade, still play with the pressure, rotting in the noggin since a fucking adolescent. Lot of people barking but they really with the stepping. Arms like recommend for a friend, blood on my shirt, covered in dirt, coughing on earth and the end of the bands, like dead in the flesh. Lead in my head, just 5 pounds of pressure, no rest for the wretched. 15 gleams in my dreams like the crest, cat is on ice, no life like depressed. Bitch got a knot so tight to his neck, motherfuck life till we all dead, cause we all next. Fuck this. 7 feet of rope around my neck, I'm just waiting for Canada to kick the chair off from underneath it. My feet is so hard to believe that this would be any kind of a test, yeah. Listen, I cannot hear all the voices when I am so close to my death, yeah. Everyone telling me I should just quit, but they bout to be sad when I flex, yeah. Whole world frozen, 55 below when I walk through the tunnel of the forest. Sipping this Cody with Brody and Cody, this my baby needs an abortion. Shallow grave, unholy presence, and you bout to meet with the forces. Look in this whip and you see these 2 skeletons riding, you know it's them corpses, Think about this pain every day, can't relate to this world and the state. It's the wraith and the lich and the grave, we depict a new torture every day when we paint. I take these pills and take me to a dope place, only my third eye open, I look both ways. We took a trip down the river of hopelessness, baby, you see this when this shit's all over, fuck this.
Untouched, unspoiled, a rose unsoiled.
All right, Jake, 1 out of 10, pros, cons, what you got?
Man, I want to put some guitar on there, shit. Just something really eerie.
Just like
not on that song specifically. Not on that song specifically. Just I want to do something with them that's eerie and guitar shit. But unbiased, taking out the fact that I like them or that I know them, 9 out of 10. Very much very much something that is eye-catching for me. I like the visual style. I like their rapping style, and their cadences and the flows are stuff that I personally don't hear very often, if at all. And that beat with the high-pitched vocal is so, like, it burns into my brain really well. Just everything about it is solid for me.
Hell yeah. So we got a 9. Chancellor, what you got?
That's that shit, bro. I love that fucking beat. Like Jake was saying, that shit's like addictive. Like the little things about it too, like that little cell phone chirp every now and then. I fucking love that shit. Fucking sounds clean. Videos cinematography wise looks fucking fantastic. Rhyme schemes are dope. I'm gonna give it 9.5.
9.5. Kate,
It
what
would
you
be
got
a
on
10,
it?
but like
I have never heard of these people before ever, but like 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Like for the talent, lyricism, the cinematography, everything, 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
I'll put their name in the comments for you, Kate.
Thank you. Thank you.
Saint, what you got? Pros, cons, 1 out of 10.
All right. I'm gonna go with all the pros first. So aesthetically and with the vibe of the video matched the song. You know what I'm saying? Like to a T. Like that shit felt fucking raw and gritty, like the revival of like punk rock, but in hip hop form. You know what I mean? That's the shit I get, the vibe I get from that. You know what I mean? And I don't know how they're like monotone. There's so much like emotion still to it. Like it's crazy. I love this shit. The only thing from listening over my phone, of course, is that the sample was a little overbearing in terms of volume. At times, I couldn't hear the vocals because of the sample. So
that's definitely a cell phone thing.
Yeah, tamed down a little bit in the center channel. Normally, with stuff like that high frequencies, you want to kind of like pan that out a little bit if you can to carve out space for vocals when you're mixing. But I'm deep diving into shit that has nothing to do with this.
That technical shit.
You're talking about mix down stuff now.
Yeah. I'm going down the rabbit hole, and I'm gonna stop right there. No, just the sample could have been brought down a little bit, and other than that, fucking A1. I will give that 9 for sure.
No. Hell yeah. Cadu, what you got on it with the Shallow Grave sweatshirt?
First of all, I listened to this in the car on the way to Pioneer to deliver their merch today about 5 times, so I'm not just basing it off of the one listen.
He's like, oh, one, they suck.
Man, I spent a good like day and a half just bumping that on repeat driving around at work.
Oh, dude, it's so bumpy in the car. Like my mirrors were shaking, and I didn't even have the volume turned all the way up or the bass turned all the way up.
Oh shit!
Nice.
I do have one
got that
complaint.
sub in the
It's
trunk,
the same
and that shit
complaint they
shit
usually
bangs.
have with their music. Dusty, his voice just melds with the beat sometimes. He needs to enunciate a little bit better. And I've talked to them both about it on a personal level, even. And some of their newer music, you can actually tell that they've worked on that a little bit. But I give it a solid 9 every time.
Right.
No.
That just goes with the mixing aspect on why his voice melts to it. He needs to carve out the space and the beat to make room for the vocals.
They're from Ohio too, Kate. I heard you ask.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dusty's from close to Toledo, and then Kata's from Bryan. So
Okay.
Little ways away, but they make it work.
Too far.
Yeah.
Kata's lethargic voice in that is just so perfect.
Yeah.
With me, I don't give a fuck so well.
With me, I'm not going to give a clear rating. I was asked to give unbiased ratings.
Yeah, stop that, bro.
When you're on the remix to this very fucking song on their album, it's kind of hard.
News, bomb drop, oh shit.
I'm just saying, I can't. I'll keep my hands off that one because that would be biased because I was on the remix. That'd just be awkward. So we got one more to rate for tonight. Y'all pretty buckled in.
When's that remix dropping?
It's already dropped. It's on their album.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a single they released like when they first got going, and then they did the remix on the album.
Oh.
Yep. We got one more. It's from my dude Trailblazing. He is on my album release show coming up in January. He has a song called Candles. This dude's out of Toledo, hella talented. Check him out. We'll come back. The 1 through 10 ratings, pros, cons, Trailblazing.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas has been, you know what I'm saying, a lot of problems, a lot of pain and shit, man. Ride around like a motherfucking boss. Ride around like a motherfucking A. Niggas ride around like a motherfucking boss. Ride around like a motherfucking A. Niggas ride around like a motherfucking boss. Ride around like a motherfucking A. Niggas ride around like a motherfucking. Like a. Ayy, said niggas ride around like a motherfucking boss. Nigga feeling dead, yeah, nigga feeling lost. When they come to meds, then I'm on the fucking floor. In my wonderland, looking like a fucking ghost. Man, I know it's in my hands, I ain't even tryna boast. Bitches ain't shit, gotta drink up to a toast. Never been a sucker, I can't fly for a hoe. Niggas fly with the code, I cannot get exposed. Man, since COVID, this life shit been changing, it's crazy. Ain't riding with gang, then you just in the way. It don't cost shit that hate, so you rather throw shit. Gotta light up my jam, man, these niggas is lame. Got my own drama, got my own problems, got my own karma, but it ain't stopping shit. My own homie smoking by my lonely, got my own money. I can't lay off a bitch and barking with niggas. They softer than muffin. Don't do too much talking. That 40 gon' duff them. Shout out my foreign hoes, know that I love them. And shot it with me, then you know that I'm fucking. The pain should be rushing. Chain for the substance, pages to preach, but this game could get ugly. Suicide thoughts on my brain, yeah, it's on me. One thing to come with this life, it get lonely, man. Life, it get lonely, man. Yeah, it's on me. One thing that come with this life and get lonely. Life and get lonely. Life and get lonely. Life and get lonely. Yeah, it's on me. Yeah, it's on me. Yeah, it's on me. One thing that come with this life and get lonely, man. Life and get lonely, man.
All right, Trailblazing. What you got on that, Jake? 1 through 10, pros and cons.
Really chill. 7 out of 10. I don't really have a lot to say about it. It was pretty cool. Relaxed.
Hell yeah. I dig the vibe on that one. Chancellor, what you got?
Cinematography was good. That shit looked tight. It had like kind of a throwback feel to it, almost like something that will get dropped in the 90s. The nostalgia feel was there real nice on that. The mix down sounded clean. There was this one thing, like I got the headphones going, and like there was this one spot towards the end when there was like that looping chorus going around where he somehow made it sound like it was going around my head. That was kind of crazy. Cadence was on. I liked the little cadence shit he was doing, but bar wise, it was fucking elementary school. I'd say a 5, but that thing where the sound did one of these around my fucking head, that bumps up to a 6.5 because I ain't heard that shit in a minute.
Hell yeah. Kate, what you got on that?
I'm gonna have to give it. It was super simple, so I'm gonna give it about a 6.5 generally. The videography was okay. Wasn't really keen on much else, but so 6.5.
6.5. Saint, what you got on that?
Video wise, it was shot really dope, and I will bring up that 90s feel. That definitely felt like some 94 type shit, and I loved that aesthetic. There are times about halfway through and on where they were shaking the camera, like it was being moved a bit much, and it was kind of jarring after a while. Other than that, the video looked great. The cadences constantly switched up, and that kept me with my attention that combated like the simple rhyme schemes, but it was presented in a way that it still kept my attention. So I appreciate it for what it is. I would give this, I'd say with the whole aesthetic that it gave and the whole visuals matching it, I'd give it a 7.5.
7.5?
Definitely. You're a sound guy. You appreciate sound shit. Give that shit a listen through some fucking good headphones.
Right.
I wish I would have had headphones to hear that.
It'll fuck up your mind.
I should have probably hooked this up to the mixer.
Hey.
What you got on it, Cadu?
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7. I like the style of the song, you know, the loner, slower paced aspect is more my writing style these days. Just trying to get that message across and get people feeling like they're not alone type shit. And I'm just big into that whole message right now, mental health awareness, that kind of shit, bringing everybody together on it. I do think the bars could have been there. Like there was places that there could have been good bars in there and they just weren't. I don't know how long he's been doing it or anything like that. And one of the first times I've heard him, I've heard a couple other songs riding around with Kata once in a while, but definitely something I could get into. But for this video itself, the way it was shot, I like for the most part. Again, like Saint said, with the camera movements, there was just a little too much going on there sometimes. But other than that, it was put together pretty well and lyrically pretty well, except for lack of bars, in my opinion.
Right. Hell yeah. Yeah, I dug it. It was solid. I like the simplicity to it. I've been kind of a fan of that lately. I still like my boom bap. The only thing is I have a pet peeve with boom bap, which I will mention in a second. But yeah, I'll give that a solid 8.5. That was dope. And I've heard some of Trell's other stuff, like Jesse said in the comments. He's got some other songs that bang. But I like the simplicity of that. I've been into that lately. Not like totally simplistic, like stupid rap, but keeping it chill, you know, not trying to be a lyrical miracle in your stereo, you know, the whole time. You gotta have some simple songs.
Right.
I got a bone to pick with boom bap. I hate those guys. Well, I don't like your music because it's not real rap. And then you listen and they do the boom bap shit and they don't say nothing to you. I found that out last night. I have a little pet peeve. I got grilled on a review show last night, and I'm not going to cause a sting about it. But the same person who grilled me had a boom bap song all about the real rap. And then I listened to a song, and I'm like, you didn't say anything.
What did
you
I
rapped
miss?
sort of fast, and like you sounded good, but you didn't tell me shit.
Send me a link to this shit.
I got you. But yeah, that's the reviews for the night there. We'll wrap that on up. Those are good reviews. But yeah, hopefully we get to do more of those on the radio cast. Speaking of that, before we go into our goodbyes, before I do the final thank yous for the finale, I do want to announce that we are coming to the Vibe Radio. With this show, it's going to be under a different name. I've just decided like a lot more people contribute to this show than just me, so calling it the Cody Live Podcast is just kind of weird. So we are coming to the Vibe. It's going to be the Indie Artist Lounge, still Friday, 10 p.m. We're going to have interviews with artists that we add to it. I plan on it being a little longer show, showcasing some people's music, showcasing the indie scene. Anybody who wants to submit, look on my Facebook, look on the Vibes Facebook. We're going to have email to submit your songs. Have your stuff right with ASCAP, BMI, Sound Exchange. Have a sound scan. That all goes there. Get paid for your plays. We will play your stuff happily. We give everybody an opportunity. Submit clean stuff to me, though. That's all I ask. And just have your licensing right. What else was we're gonna have an artist spotlight every week, to where we interview an artist, an indie artist who wants to get out there, maybe get a new crowd under them, play some of their music, maybe take some calls. Yeah.
We need Jake just doing beatbox for a half hour a week.
I'll do a live set for a half hour, maybe like 1 hour. people will get sick of that shit. People will get sick of that shit if I'm doing it every week.
That counts.
But we're gonna
And
say
of course
our
the beat
goodbyes.
everybody likes.
What's up, Jake?
Everybody likes it when I go. I gotta make something, send it to Shallow Grave. I have something in mind. I think I'm gonna record it tonight.
I gotta ask a question before we say our goodbyes.
What's up?
Are we gonna go through the whole finale without a Shorzy impression or a Chad impression from Jake?
Oh yeah.
Looks like it. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye. See you later.
Yeah.
Not even in on the joke, but he was like, goodbye, good night. See you later.
Fuck you, Lucas, you fucking piece of shit. Holy Mother Mary, that beard's getting longer and longer every day now, bud.
And we don't need to talk about how
Did your
long it
mom
took to
from
get
the
here.
back faster than I got a strike standing 5 feet away from the pins, you fucktard.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Letter Kenny, anybody?
Oh, I was gonna
Tell your
see.
mom to pick up Jonesy's mom on the way over because I double booked him. Fuck.
I was
What was
gonna
the other
see.
one you wanted?
I heard
Chad?
Chad. I heard Chad was actually over at your house. I got with him to see if he wanted to be on the final episode tonight, being he was kind of one of the OGs.
Hey,
So I was
Chad.
gonna see if he wanted to say his last goodbyes. If you can get a hold of him at your house.
Yes, sir. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Hey, Chad.
I just got my walker out of the shop. Everything's working fine. I got some turrets on there. Anybody tries to fuck with me, I can just load up and start having at it.
Is that your new gig you've been
Thank
talking
y'all
about?
for watching Cody's podcast. Don't be a douche. Jake, well, I guess Jake went to the bathroom, so I'll be on here. I recently got some flames painted on my walker, so that's cool. I can move a little faster. Top speed is now 2.5 miles per hour, so that's good.
So the flames make
I'll
your
take
walker
back-
go
take
faster.
back. Have a good one.
Placebo effect.
Stickers
Yeah,
add
go ahead
5
and take a nap,
horsepower.
dude.
Ask
That's
any
all
car
right.
guy.
No, you're getting old. What? Chad's laying down for a nap.
This motherfucker. I don't know how he stands, you guys.
So as we say our final goodbyes tonight, if you got some links to your music, Kate, I know you're kind of new to the saying goodbye.
Oh yes.
Links
You
to your
can find
music.
me on like all digital platforms. If anyone's watching, listening, DJ Kate DNB. It's not Kate K with an 8 because she's a heavy metal drum and bass DJ. I don't even know what to call that, but I'm DJ Kate DNB on all digital platforms. Facebook, Snapchat. Oh God, and my daughter's got me on TikTok. So, yeah.
Get you a link tree.
SoundCloud. Yeah. What are those? What are those little like link pages that they
These
have
things.
now? Where there's like all
These
of the
bitches.
links on there. But yeah,
These bitches.
that thing. Yeah. But yeah, so you can find me on SoundCloud. I have probably a solid like 6 years worth of archives from my show on SoundCloud, and everything DJ Kate DNB or Halcyon Radio.
Yup. Coming to the Vibe Network.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be partners.
Yes.
Jake, what about you? Kind of give the people your info. What you got?
So I go by Beatbox Jake. I'm a beatboxer. I'm a guitar player. I'm a singer and a songwriter, but not as much as the first two. I have an EP out that is on everything called Beatbox Metal. It's literally me beatboxing and playing guitar. You're not going to hear anything else like it anywhere. I've looked. I might be the only person doing it the way I'm doing it. So check that out. You can catch me at Main Street Grill and Tavern in Milford, Michigan, doing a bar set with my guitar. I'd like to get some more club gigs soon, just doing beatbox sets. If any clubs want me, I do hour-long club sets, just beatboxing with a microphone, and I can keep the crowd moving. So that's good. And then we're going on tour next year. 8 states, 3 months. It's gonna be dope.
2 months.
2 months. We're not doing April.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what pans out.
If you behave.
Oh shucks! I'll get into my room right quick now. And then the vibe. The vibe. You can catch me on the Biscuits and Gravy show every morning. I will be the blast is Tuesdays and
Are
Thursdays.
you from the
right?
South?
I mean, I can be if you want me to.
Well, your show's called Biscuits and Gravy, so like that's a Southern thing. I was just asking.
Well, you know, when I'm
also
in
a
between
Detroit thing.
doing my sister, you know, I have to eat something. You know.
Okay.
He fucking went there. He went there.
My son / nephew has 3 necks.
Can't bring this up.
Our family tree has no branches. It's just a trunk. Just go straight up.
Okay.
We can't.
All
We
right.
can't take this guy anywhere.
No.
Nope.
No.
No.
I got kicked off of Howard Stern last night in my dream.
God.
Oh my God.
Did you do the trick with the speaker on your clitoris again?
Yeah, we're speaker up my dick. Yeah. No.
God damn it.
There's but yeah, that's where you can find me. I'm a lot more pleasant in real life. I have a lot too much fun here. Anyway, Chancellor
Can confirm.
Can confirm. To be fair.
Chancellor, what you got coming up?
Well, not this upcoming Friday or Saturday, but the following Saturday. Out at the High Dive, we're having our Impulse Detroit Christmas party. And I'm going to be dropping a half-hour set out there. The whole crew's going to be on deck, fucking doing the damn thing. Half-hour sets from everybody, just for the fuck of it. January 7th, the space program has its fucking inaugural mission. Got some fucking fire and shit lined up for y'all. Jake, I need some 320s from you, brother, or some shit.
320s.
Some clean ass fucking sound. I need some of your tunes for the
320 is 320.
We'll talk. I don't know what you're talking about, but we'll talk.
But
Oh God.
Are you talking about 320 kilobits or what?
He's cutting out.
Oh, Chancellor.
Yeah.
Right before the QR.
Fucking
There it is.
right there.
There's the QR
You
code.
can't have a bad signal dragging us down.
What the hell?
Worst promo
The fuck is
ever.
that shit? Yes.
Oh.
Right there.
I'm almost done.
Again, that's like everything. Go like, follow, share. Fucking, let's blow this damn thing up. Vibe Radio taking over in fucking 2023, bitches. Let's get it.
Chancellor will be playing Madison Square Garden next month, and Dead Mouse will be opening, and then he will be running Chancellor's merch booth afterwards.
If I ever open for Dead Mouse, somebody fucking shoot me.
Say what you got going on.
Oh shit! Clep and I are currently balls deep into mixing and mastering our next studio release, Bastards of the Universe. It will be a straight He-Man themed shit. I don't know. It's dope. It is what it is. Straight villain music.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait for that shit.
We're just on our fuck shit, you know?
Yes.
Clep and I are just on our fuck shit. There's a whole lot of fuck shit.
When aren't you?
You know. Well, I mean, just
I got to
don't- get together with y'all and get on some fuck
shit.
You know what I mean? There's not gonna be any positivity in this album, and so, well, I mean, I guess there's a kind of positive song.
Hell yeah.
So you're saying you're going full blown heels on this bitch?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is Clep gonna hang himself again?
Villain music. No, he's not hanging himself again. He can only do that once in his music career.
Oh my God.
Cement your place as the William Regal of this rap shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
More like the Oliver Reed
Should hang
of shit.
Should hang
And also
himself
the
on
Weekend
every
Warrior
album and make it
tour.
clear that he can't be killed.
Weekend Warrior Tour. Bio Killers.
Warrior
Cody,
Tour.
Beatbox Jake. Coming to a city near you.
You're damn right.
February and March of next year. Lucas, what you got going on?
Right now, not much. Personal life kind of got in the way a little bit.
Feel that.
Been busting out merch for Alex for fucking, I don't know, 6 weeks now. Agatha Hag merch. We've been talking about Odious Ones merch. I know I got a couple big orders for you coming up. Probably got an order or two for Jake coming up for the tour. Hopefully gonna get around to being able to travel and get my brand and stuff started by next year. But it's looking kind of rough right now. I'm not sure how everything's gonna go. Still waiting to hear more news on certain things and things like that. So, but go give me a like on Facebook, like my page, get a hold of me if you have any interest in merchandising for your business, music, artists, whatever. I will work with you. Most of these guys can vouch for me. I try and keep it affordable, make sure you're making money, I'm making money, and we all leave happy with a high quality product that we can all sell. I also do one-off custom work if you're looking for Christmas presents, any kind of anything right now. I got sublimation, I got vinyl, adhesive vinyl, shirts, hoodies, pants, socks, whatever you want. Get a hold of me and we will figure out a way to do it. And if I can't, I will point you the direction of someone that can.
Felt that.
It's just like a mini mall.
So I'm gonna have you guys say your final goodbyes. I'm gonna leave with a few thank yous and all that good shit. And yeah. So wave to the camera and do cute stuff. Or just be like Chance.
No, my daughter taught me this. New like heart thing that she
heart.
taught me. Yeah. New heart thing. Yeah.
I like that. My son's always doing like, hey, do you know how to do this? And the one time he threw up a blood sign
New like
almost.
TikTok heart thing. Yeah, let's do that. Love you guys. Thank you for including me. Like this was a wonderful experience for me to look and listen to music that I don't normally hear and see. So thanks, guys.
And we like that. We like outside opinion of somebody who might not normally listen to it. You know, it gives the artist a different perspective on stuff who are getting the review.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It comes up big. Shout out to the shirt. I'm actually wearing it under this right now.
I've got one around here somewhere. I make too much merch. I can't keep track of it all. I'm sorry.
We'll
it's the final goodbyes for the cast. I definitely appreciate you guys joining me tonight. It's been fun. This has been a fun thing.
And also like glad to be a part of your last show of like your own show before the big launch.
Kaboom. Yes,
cool.
it's been fun. It's been a fun year. It has been a year, like a little over a year with the Discord and all that, but it's been a year and we're finally getting to move forward into new things. And I'm excited for it. But everybody say your goodbyes. I'm gonna leave people with a message and some thank yous. And yeah, we're gonna get on off here. I gotta be up early to be a dad.
Yes.
So
congratulations to Michigan, back-to-back Big Ten champs.
Yes.
First time since 03.
Yeah, go sports ball.
Fuck it.
And then Saint and Jake are just like, yeah, fuck it.
But yeah, thank you guys for joining. I'm gonna leave.
Welcome, big love.
Yes, sir.
Boy.
Alrighty. So we've come to the finale, and I want to say some thank yous. This has been an awesome year of something that I didn't know if it was going to work or not. It started out as a Discord convo, and it's turning into a freaking radio show. And I'm pretty excited about that, and to get to share it with people. Being in radio has been something that I've wanted to do since 8th grade. So even job shadowing and stuff back then, it was just something that I aspired to do, and it came along with music. So I'm finally getting to do it. And like I said, the Indie Artist Lounge, 10 p.m. every Friday. It's going to be similar to this, but we're going to include some other stuff that we can to fill a longer time slot. Because, yeah. But I do want to add some thank yous to people who have helped make this a success. First, the artists that have joined. Not naming anybody individually. We've had artists like Scum in here. We've had We've had Eternal from the Wu-Tang Clan, Killer Bees, and people who are currently in here, still in the lobby. I want to say thank you to you guys. I want to say thank you to Jake for helping make the radio stuff happen, and being a contributor with the Biscuits and Gravy and helping out every step along the way of this since he's been involved. Chad, DJ The Ha, he wasn't here tonight. I want to say thank you to him for giving me the idea of putting together a discussion and then sharing it with the public. Like, we were on Discord doing this with other artists, seeing how we can improve the game, and I'm glad that it spread the way that it did. The Chancellor, he's been a big help along the way also since he joined up. Want to give a big thank you to him and look forward to his show coming up. Kadu for the merch, for the Cody Live merch, being on the show, being a contributor, having different mindsets about stuff that others might not have as, you know, artists and shit. Alex Scarwood, he gave me the idea for this also, to have some kind of discussion that we could have with other musicians to improve the local scene, which we have done. We've made our mark on that shit, and we can go further with it. And I think we can go a lot further with it with radio. Frankie for being Frankie and his witty fucking comments that are random as fuck, telling Jake that he's ugly like applesauce. I think he said one time. I don't know what that means, but thank you, Frankie. Also the Bio Killers and Klep's random drunken drop-ins. They're very entertaining. Hopefully hopefully we have that on the radio show. That would be awesome. Also Tony, we haven't had Tony in a while. Always entertaining as fuck. Made Friday nights fucking awesome over the last year. Shouts to the sponsors that believed in this fucking program. Since we started getting sponsors, Raise Energy, Reaper Apparel, Swift Lifestyles, Backwood Studios. Thank you guys for believing in the product. Couldn't have moved further without you. Any kind of artists that participated, we thank you. We commend you. We love your input. Whether you think we're right, whether we think you're right, it's all respectable. We come to one place, we fucking discuss it. And that's what this was all about, was connecting people. And I think we did a damn good job, just judging by the results. And I think we're going to do better moving forward. So basically, it's not goodbye. It's not a see you later. But we're going to see you on the motherfucking radio. Cody Live Podcast, signing off. Tune in, Vibe Radio, every Friday night, 10 o'clock. Peace.
Never stop, never settle. I got Henny all in my cup. I'm on top, I'm on the level, yeah. I'm trying to get to the back.